Hey everybody, Orpheolus here. Welcome back to some more Pokemon Heartgold. In the last episode, we went around the world surfing and managed to get ourselves many different Pokemon I forgot to heal. This time, we will be heading out to the west, so I'm gonna go heal and arrange my party, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, with that all done, anyways, I'm gonna say this now, the stuff we'll be doing this episode is much easier than the stuff we did last episode, my word. Anyways, where'd you say you're from? You Barktown? That sounds weird for us. Elm lives, right? You've come a long way to get here. That we have. We have journeyed a long way, and now we're on Route 38. So we can go ahead and head south. Anyways, there's 3 ways you can actually go this route. Well, actually 2 ways, because this way is a dead end. But hey, there's some loot in this part. Okay, anyways, up ahead is some grass, anyways, nothing really else. Anyways, this is the first instance that we can actually see, well, another instance where we can see rocks that we can climb up, but we can't do anything about those. I'm going to say this now, you'll not be able to do anything about that for an extremely long time, as in, like, we're talking, like, the very, very, very end of the game. That's how long we've got to wait. No Adam there, okay. Nah. I'll go fight this guy first. I've been overseas, so I know all about this sorts of Pokemon. Anyways, while we are going through this battle, we might as well talk about the new Pokemon on this route. Okay, Sailor Harry. And your Wooper, it's so cute. Anyways, the first new Pokemon on this route is Magnemite. Magnemite is a kind of special 4th gen Pokemon well, anyways, Magnemite's a Magneton's you can get in the game. Magneton's evolve, and I do believe in the 30s, which is kind of alright. It has decent stats all around. Not the best move pool, but generally it is kind of powerful. It has a kind of a medium diverse move pool, and it's alright. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the best Quick Claw, best Sucker type Pokemon out there, because its move pool is kind of lacking, but its steel resistances and everything makes it a pretty solid Pokemon to use. Now then, Magnezone is kind of popular because it is a pretty powerful Pokemon that people do like to use. Downside of Magnezone: you cannot get it in Heartgold or Silver, as in, like, it is actually unobtainable. You have to trade it to Diamond and Pearl or Platinum and evolve it at Mount Coronet in order to get into Magnezone. Much similar to the evolutions. So yeah, that's kind of sad. Anyways, how am I on healing items? So I need to stock up on some more? Nope. I got me a fresh supply. Anyways, there'll be an extremely good house coming up that I really want to stop at. Anyways, I know you're another trainer of interest, and he still has some others. Anyways, here you get a Pokemon. If you're really good, I want you to teach me some things. So I want you to teach me some things. Anyways, yeah, it has fair amount of resistance to everything. That's very weak to Earthquake, and it's a pretty decent Pokemon. Next up is Farfetch'd. Besides, I should probably swap out to Pyron. Farfetch'd, where do I begin? This is Generation 1's Dunsparce. Stats are very low, cannot evolve. Its stats are worse than Pharaoh's for 1, and for 2 it cannot evolve. Generally, I would definitely say pass on Farfetch'd. It's not really the best. Sure, it might come equipped with a stick. Well, screw you. Yeah, it might come with a stick, which actually boosts its critical hit ratio, which can be kind of decent, but generally, I say pass. So yeah. There are much better options anyways. Nice, got the burn. Anyways, the next new Pokemon available, I do believe, is Soul Silver exclusive Meowth. I do believe. Meowth kind of is kind of mediocre as a Pokemon. It's not really the best Pokemon out there. It has pretty low stats, and generally it's meh. However, the plus side about Meowth I can say is that it does come with pickup, so you're able to get many items. Sadly, it doesn't have much firepower to take down foes, and yeah, so it's more of a utility Pokemon than anything. Not really the best Pokemon out there, but you can always do better. And plus, it does learn some HMs like Cut and such, so it can serve you well that way. So yeah. And the final new Pokemon here, which is also Soul Silver exclusive, I do believe. Wait, no, there's other new Pokemon here, but anyways, first up we have Snubbull. This Pokemon is a very rare Pokemon. It has like another 1% spawn rate, but it's kind of decent. You're a really good Pokemon. Boys give me items after battle, but sometimes you give me too much. Next time, I can share some if you want. Let me have your Pokemon. Your phone number. Okay. Whatever you say. I mean, at least you're less creepy than a lot of the other people. Next time a boy gives me something after a battle, I'll share with you. Does that make me sound ungrateful? Not really, no. So yeah, so there's another item down there. I should probably go ahead and take down that flying trainer. I should probably get rid of this paralysis. Barrel's heal. There we go. Man, to be honest, I'm so used to having like so many items and everything. Yay, before you get no Chrono Trigger. Because I kind of kept all the items and everything. Anyways. Next up, we have a flying type trainer. We might as well go ahead and take him down because I want to get that Wit Berry. Fly high into the skies, my beloved bird Pokemon. Okay, so, yeah, anyways, Snubbles. It's a 1% spawn rate, does not deliver well to the fullest, but it does evolve into Grand Ball. It does have high attack and stats, but it's pretty slow. It's generally a meh Pokemon, but its stats are pretty good. At least its attack stat. Its defenses are kind of lacking though, well, special defense anyways, but it's a pretty good Pokemon to use, and all around, I would say Snubble might be worth it. However though, Gen 6, it would be a whole lot better because I have Play Rough and Fairy, but still, it's a decent Pokemon to use. Might not be worth the 1%, but still a decent Pokemon to use. Okay, Toby. Let's show you what a real burb is. Next up, Tauros. Now we are talking the big league. Tauros is rare like Snubble, but not quite that rare, but it is so much better. It has a pretty nice attack stat, and it's really fast, outspeeding a lot of Pokemon, dealing a crap load of damage. Not only that, but it does have a pretty good HM. Does have a pretty good move pool leveling up. However, though its a TM move pool is they're mostly special type moves, but compared to a physical Tauros. But generally, I would say Tauros is a very good Pokemon to use. It might be a little bit harder to level up at first, but it is a very good Pokemon to use, and I would say all around, go ahead and use it. And finally, the final new Pokemon on this route is Miltank. You've already seen a Miltank in action. It's sort of fast, but has a great bulk. It relies on high defense and HP to get by, making it a very solid Pokemon to use. Sure, it does get the shaft here and there, but it has pretty good bulk. For some gym leaders, it might not be the best in my opinion. Tauros is better, but hey, it can learn Milk Drink, and on the road, it's a very good, allowing HP, good for healing and such. So it's generally a decent Pokemon to use. Do we need to talk? Do we need to talk? I think we might need to talk. Yeah, I was kind of figuring I'd be harassed this much. Anyways, here's another apricorn tree. But yeah, anyways, Miltanks might be a pretty good Pokemon to use as long as you can get over the PTSD of Goldenrod. So that's all the new Pokemon on this route. And the next route, actually. So, yay. So, might as well go ahead and finish up this route. This route's not that long. As long as you stick to the northern parts of the route, you should be fine, except for the trainers up ahead is a jerk. Hey jerk, you're blocking the road. Let me try something I learned today. I didn't study enough, I guess. You didn't study that Pyrons will destroy your soul. Anyways, I should have kept this battle in, but I was coughing the heck out of my lungs, and drinking water and such. What is that, Pokédex? So you have met Professor Oak, huh? You have? Well, that's way cool. I have a dream about becoming a Pokemon researcher like Professor Oak. May I please have your phone number? Why the hell do you want to talk about the creepy Professor Oak? Oh well. Might as well go ahead and get the thing. You must listen to Professor Oak's Pokemon talk, right? Mother! I need that money for more important things! Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and swap Wolfheart to the front so he can get more experience, because he definitely needs levels. Iron Tree Q Trainer, may I see your Pokemon? Alright. And Wolfheart grew to level 21. Slowly leveling up. I'm glad you got to see your Pokemon. Yes. Yes, you did. You bought something with my items! Yes. Yes, yes. Gosh darn it. Anyways, I might want to go ahead and check it. If there's any items around here. Wow, that's a dickish thing, because we can't get back there for an extremely long time. Oh! What you're holding is what they call a Pokédex. Haven't seen one of those in ages. My name is Bayoba. I used to run a safari zone in Fuchsia City, but I was becoming out of date with new entertainment options coming out. I decided to go overseas to learn the newest technology and open a state-of-the-art safari zone in Cyanwood. It may be more of a coincidence that we are chatting. Why don't we register each other's numbers in the Pokegear? I can give you a call once the safari zone is open before I call anyone else. Do you want to register? That's the way. So we got Bayoba. This will be important for much later on. I'll let you know over the Pokegear once I'm ready. Thank you, good sir. But yeah, pretty useful. Anyways, I want to go in here because there's some pretty good loot in here, actually. Right here? Right? Nope, right there. Beep, yep. Anyways, you get a lot of Miltank here. I remember there's like one nugget in here, I do believe, right? Kind of hard to see, actually. X attack, okay, not really that great, but it works. And right down here, a nugget. I definitely need the nuggets though, because apparently Mother is spending all my money. Right back here we get TM60 Drain Punch. I've already gone over this move. That actually kind of slow because I need money. So anyways, next up I want to go right up here and get ourselves another Gurn Berry. Yay, more Gurn. Gurn's the best berry. I wish. Anyways, come back here. My Miltank isn't giving me any milk no more. It's here from the farm that got its famous milk. Well, if anyone wants a drink, it'll give me a lot of milk if I feed it lots of berries, I reckon. The milk even goes out to Kanto. If our own Miltank won't give us any milk, we're in trouble. So, this is kind of where the berries come in. I want to go back here. Moo Moo is silk. He needs lots of orange berries. Moo Moo is silk. He needs lots of orange berries. This is why I said you want to do. This is why I want to say you want to hoard orange berries. This is the side quest I was talking about where you need orange berries. You need to feed it lots of orange berries. I think it's like 10 or so. So I was grinding these off screen. So continue feeding the berries. So it's up to 5. You know you want some berries. There we go. Miltank became totally healthy. Thank you, Moo Moo is totally healthy again. I'll give you the seal case for your trouble. And we obtained the seal case. You can customize your Pokeballs. Select bulk capsules on the PC and seals any way you like on the capsule. Then put the capsule in your Pokemon. Very different things, and you'll see. My sister can give you some seals. Okay. You get the fire seals, eh? Party seal B's. The floor seal C's. There we go. But that's not the only thing you can do. Oh no, there's something else that you can do once you have the side quest done. How would you like to buy my Moo Moo milk? It's my pride and joy here. Give it to Pokemon Restore HP. I'll give it for you just $500. I don't think I have enough for 10, so I'll buy some. I'll probably go ahead and off-screen go ahead and buy me a lot of these because I really want them. Anyways, I do believe you give me something. You fix our Moo Moo. You fix our Miltank, huh? And I'll give Moo Moo milk again. Here's something for your troubles. We get TM83. I forget what it is. I think Sleep Talk. That's natural gift. Moves and power depends on the berry your Pokemon holds. When you use it once, the berry is gone. You better think about how you ought to use it, huh? Kinda useless. Pretty much explains it there. Every berry is different. The rarer the berry, part of the better the effect. Yada yada yada. Let's see what your Pokemon are capable of. Oh, your Pokemon have potential. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Anyways, I guess I can keep in. I just got back to Olivine, so how's about a Pokemon battle? Arr. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try to skip these trainers. There we go. I'll be back for them later, because, well, new Pokemon and such. And plus, I don't want to fight them right now. I'm kind of in for a bruising. So, anyways, enter the city and... Hey, it's Silver. You again. There's no need to be alert. I won't bother with wimps like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here. And it's supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the lighthouse. Boo-hoo, just let sick Pokemon go. A Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the lighthouse? Who knows, it may make you a bit of a better trainer. Asshole of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, what he's saying is true, that we can't do anything here for a while. So... come on into this house. Olivine is on the sea. A fish early years would like to face the sea and fish. Ahaha. We have ourselves a new angler. We obtained the good rod. The upgrade of the old rod? Water type Pokemon aren't found in the sea alone. They go wherever there is water. Well, yes, so once we get here, there is actually some new Pokemon we can get once we have this. The first new Pokemon is Corsola. It's a decent water type Pokemon. It's not the best water type Pokemon out there, but it's a pretty decent tank. It's a bulk Pokemon having high defense and a decent special attack. Well, fine and dandy, but it has a special weakness to grass, and yeah. So, we have the Hinmu strength. So yeah, so that guy talks about strength because in the originals he would give you strength. So yeah. Anyways, Corsola is a kind of bad Pokemon. I kind of don't recommend Corsola. Next up is Staryu. Staryu is a very offensive water Pokemon that's one of the best water type Pokemon out there. It's fast and has a good special attack. Might not be the most defensive Pokemon, but its offense is just great. Not only that, but if you have a Water Stone, it can power up its power to a lot more. Staryu is one of the best water type Pokemon to use as an offensive Pokemon. It can learn many moves, and other water type Pokemon are left in the dust. It's low end on the defense side, but it's a pretty powerful Pokemon, and I would say Staryu is definitely worth it. Just go trying to get that Water Stone. Okay, Mom, what did you get me? Payappa berries. What else? Pasto berries. I don't need them. I don't even know what those are. Nope. I think BRBs could be useful in the future. I don't know. I have a mental list of good moves, and they're not registering. Anyways, coming to this Pokemart, and we get ourselves net balls. Very useful for the sea, since we are, well, at the sea, as you can see. Anyways, the next new water-type Pokemon is Chinchou. If you're up for the epic backtrack to New Barktown, then you can get Chinchou. Chinchous and Lanterns are pretty bulky water-type Pokemon having few weaknesses and many strengths, but are still lacking. They have high HP and other stats, but on the low side, making them less usable. Might not be the sorry. Its other stats are kind of useless, and honestly, Chinchou isn't really worth the backtrack. It has high HP, but other than that, eh. Anyways, this person, you can get yourself a, different seals every day. It's randomized seals, so this is a daily event. And a Z seal, ooh. Anyways, next up is Shellder. Shellder is like Chinchou. It's a backtrack to New Barktown, but it's a really good reward. Shelders and Cloysters with Water Stone are bulky Pokemon having very high defense. Combine with some decent typing, you can get yourself a pretty good wall. It has high offensive capabilities, making it very useful. It has a decent move pool too, however though, it's not really the best special-wise. Just look in the episode where I was using Surf. Anyways, this house, you can go ahead. If you have a Krabby, you can trade for a Voltorb. You can get Krabbies here. I'll get to Voltorb when I can. Shoulders, they're pretty decent Pokemon, just, a Thunderbolt will do it we'll do it in. That's kind of downside, but honestly, it's a pretty good special wall. It's a good physical wall if you want to go ahead and use it. Next up, Quillfish. Jordan has a lot of forgotten Pokemon, and Quillfish is definitely one of them. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pop up a repel because, well, there's an item back here that I want to get. Well, we're crossing the water, so I might as well go over the new Pokemon. Anyways, you can find Tentacruel in these waters. Tentacruels are honestly very cruel at this point, so be careful. Anyways, Quillfish, the poison water Pokemon, has a decent move pool, just its stats are very underwhelming, and generally, I would kind of say pass on Quillfish. Honestly, there's a lot better fish in the sea. Anyways, right here you get TM57 Charge Beam. It'll be extremely useful for what's coming up. Anyways, I can see there's another rock climbable wall. The most forgotten rock climb wall in history. Anyways, Quillfish are nah. Their stats are meh. Generally, Quillfish is a rare Pokemon, and now it's kind of safe pass. So, anyways, there's nothing else really to do in the city, except for going to the lighthouse. Anyways, about the whatchamacallit, Voltorb, decent Pokemon, low, yeah, there's none over there. Anyways, Voltorbs, they have a pretty mediocre move pool, not much to them. They are pretty fast, can explode, so other stats are kind of mediocre. Magnemites are honestly better. Oh, there's another one over there, okay. But yeah, that's about it for Voltorb. There's honestly not much we can do here else. So I've pretty much been fapping about this episode, about the city for a while. There's not much we can do here, except go to the lighthouse. So let's go ahead and redeem this item, which is a full heal. I'll happily take that. But with that, I think we made pretty good progress this episode. We managed to get to Olivine City and such. And we were told to go to the lighthouse since it's a good place to train. Next time in Pokemon Heartgold, we will head up the lighthouse. See you guys then.